The story of how our bodies fight cancer is a highly complex and sophisticated battle that takes place every day inside each one of us, often without our knowledge. Imagine your body as a bustling city where millions of cells work together to keep life running smoothly, but sometimes one of these cells betrays the body, becoming a dangerous threat. This betrayal forces the body to engage in a life-or-death battle with cancer, a fight that unfolds in multiple stages. How does this fight against cancer unfold? How does our body combat cancer? Let's dive into it. Chapter 1: The Elimination Phase. The first battle begins. Cancer usually starts with a single, damaged cell in the body. This cell can no longer repair its genetic code, a natural process that happens whenever an error occurs during DNA replication. Normally, when a cell detects an irreparable error, it undergoes a programmed cell death called apoptosis. But when a cell loses the ability to trigger apoptosis, it continues to survive and begins to divide uncontrollably. This marks the beginning of a tumor. In the first few weeks, this damaged cell keeps replicating, creating tens, hundreds, or even thousands of new cells, all carrying the mutations of the original cell. Some of these cells may become weaker, but a few may grow stronger, adapting better to their environment and reproducing more rapidly. This is how a tumor starts to form, although it is not yet classified as cancer. A developing tumor requires vast resources to continue growing, nutrients and oxygen from the blood. If the tumor does not receive enough supplies, its cells will die off, and the issue will resolve itself. However, the danger arises when some cells in the tumor mutate further, developing the ability to stimulate the growth of new blood vessels, a process known as angiogenesis. These new blood vessels provide the tumor with the necessary nutrients to thrive, marking the first step of cancer-causing harm. As the tumor grows rapidly, it begins to take up space and resources from surrounding healthy cells, depriving them of oxygen and nutrients. These healthy cells slowly die off, causing localized damage that catches the attention of the immune system, the body's defense force. The immune system detects the scent of the dying and damaged cells surrounding the tumor and immediately launches a counterattack. The first immune cells to arrive are macrophages and natural killer (NK) cells, the body's frontline soldiers. Macrophages act as the body's cleanup crew, digesting dead cells and sending signals to attract other immune cells to the damaged area. NK cells directly target and destroy cancer cells or virus-infected cells. At this point, the immune system realizes a bigger problem is unfolding, a growing tumor. The macrophages and NK cells alone can't handle the situation, so they release chemical signals calling for the body's special forces, particularly T cells and B cells, the body's heavy artillery. T cells play a critical role in the immune response. They carry a library containing information about all the potential threats the immune system has ever encountered. While each type of cancer has its unique markers, there are common mutations that T cells can recognize. When the T cells identify the markers of cancer, they immediately attack the cancer cells and block the development of new blood vessels, effectively starving the tumor of oxygen and nutrients, causing the cancer cells to die. Finally, the immune system wipes out the entire tumor. Dead cells are cleared away, healthy tissues begin to regenerate, and the battle ends. But this is just the ideal scenario. Chapter 2: The Equilibrium Phase. The counterattack begins. After the body's initial battle to eliminate cancer, it might seem like everything is back to normal. However, the reality is far more complex. Cancer is a cunning enemy, capable of adapting and evading the immune system's attacks. In the equilibrium phase, the fight doesn't end, but shifts to a new stage, where the cancer cells that survived the first attack start to launch a counteroffensive. The immune system had done a great job initially, wiping out most of the cancer cells. However, some of the strongest cells, those most resilient, survived. These cells don't just stay dormant, they continue to multiply, mutate, and form new generations of cancer cells, stronger and harder to kill. It's like a rebel group that, after surviving the first attack, learns from the experience and returns with a new, more sophisticated strategy. Cancer cells gradually develop mechanisms to deceive the immune system. They send out fake signals, making the immune system fail to recognize them as a threat, allowing them to continue growing. This is the natural selection process within cancer, where the weaker cells are eliminated, but the stronger ones become more intelligent and dangerous. Every time the immune system attempts to strike back, it only manages to destroy large numbers of cancer cells, but some survivors always remain, learning and becoming even harder to eliminate. Each time the immune system attacks but fails to completely eradicate the cancer cells, the remaining cells continue to multiply, mutate, and grow even more powerful. The immune system's repeated assaults only make the surviving cancer cells more resistant. If one cell survives multiple rounds of immune attacks, it will develop the ability to completely neutralize the immune system, making it extremely dangerous. This is the phase where cancer officially becomes a serious threat to human life. One of the most dangerous mutations occurs when cancer cells develop the ability to activate inhibitory receptors on the surface of immune cells, effectively shutting them down. This is akin to cancer cells gaining control over the body's defense system. Once the immune system is neutralized, cancer cells begin to grow uncontrollably, taking over the body's resources and weakening vital organs. At this stage, cancer may spread to other organs, causing metastasis, where cancer no longer remains confined to one area but spreads throughout the body. Now, the battle between the immune system and cancer becomes a prolonged war, with cancer cells continuously evolving and becoming more intelligent. The equilibrium phase can last for many years, even decades, without the patient being aware of it. During this time, cancer cells continue to grow silently, waiting for the right moment to bypass all barriers and invade vital organs, causing severe harm. This is why cancer is so difficult to treat and tends to recur even after treatment. In summary, the equilibrium phase is a drawn-out battle where the immune system tries to eliminate cancer, but the cancer cells keep getting stronger, more sophisticated, and harder to control. If not detected and treated in time, cancer will advance to the next dangerous stage, posing a real threat to the patient's life. Chapter 3: The Escape Phase, when cancer breaks free. As cancer enters its final stage, the escape phase, the cancer cells have completely outmaneuvered the body's natural defenses. They've evolved to not only evade but also disable the body's immune system. At this point, cancer becomes a severe, life-threatening condition. At this stage, cancer cells grow at an astonishing rate. They've learned to send out false signals to trick the immune system. When immune cells receive these signals, they become confused, unable to recognize the cancer cells as a threat, and thus fail to carry out their function of destroying them. This is similar to cancer cells creating fake licenses to legitimize their existence within the body, convincing the immune system that everything is fine. Once the immune system is fully disabled, the tumor starts to spread uncontrollably. Cancer cells not only continue to multiply but also invade surrounding tissues and organs. They hijack all the body's resources, such as nutrients and oxygen, causing healthy cells to starve and die. Critical organs like the lungs, liver, brain, and bones become invaded, leading to significant functional decline. The most dangerous aspect of this stage is when cancer begins to metastasize. This occurs when cancer cells break away from the original tumor and travel through the bloodstream or lymphatic system to other parts of the body. Once they reach new locations, these cells continue to divide, creating new tumors in these organs. It's like cancer building new cities in previously untouched areas of the body, slowly draining the body's resources and leaving it unable to cope. This stage is a battle with no winners. While the cancer cells seem to dominate, they fail to realize that their success will ultimately lead to their own demise. As the body weakens and dies, so too will the cancer. This creates a paradox in this fight: the stronger cancer grows, the quicker the body deteriorates, and in the end, both will face death. However, while the war with cancer continues, advancements in science and medical technology offer new hope. Immunotherapy, a revolutionary treatment approach, is making great strides. Instead of relying solely on traditional methods like chemotherapy and radiation, immunotherapy enhances the body's own immune system, enabling it to fight cancer more effectively. One notable example is checkpoint inhibitors, a type of drug that prevents cancer cells from activating the inhibitory receptors on immune cells, allowing the immune system to regain strength and attack cancer more forcefully. Additionally, technologies such as CAR T-cell therapy have shown remarkable success. This method involves modifying a patient's immune cells, turning them into super soldiers with the ability to recognize and kill cancer cells more efficiently than ever before. This is truly a breakthrough in the fight against this devastating disease. Conclusion. Although cancer remains a significant challenge for modern medicine, the rapid advancements in research and technology give us hope that one day, not too far in the future, we will be able to eradicate cancer completely and win the battle once and for all. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like and subscribe to catch the next episodes.